Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today to channel 786. We have a great opportunity today. We actually have a member from our own South Asian community who's representing us and running for office for State Senate in District 15. And come this August 23rd, he would be, when elected, be the first Sikh representative in office in New York City. So we want to invite him onto the program to discuss, issues, what he's been doing to the community, what policies does he stand for, and inshallah, hopefully we come together as a community and support his efforts. So without further ado, I want to introduce Japneet Singh, who is running for State Senate in District 15. How are you doing today, Japneet?
It's an honor to be here amongst you guys and have this opportunity to speak to the people. Thank you to brother Abdul. Thank you to Shadillah for this opportunity, and we're hopeful that we have the support of the people and make history come this August 23rd.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Japneet, to the viewers that may not be familiar with your campaign, can you tell us a little bit about your history? Why are you running? What are some certain things that you have done in the community as an activist?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. Actually, being a son of the community, I've been in Richmond Hill since the age of 8. Pretty much grew up here, and even my education levels from K to 12 are right here in this district, whether it be PS 100, MS 226, or John Adams High School. Funny enough, my college, which is Queens College, is only 5 minutes away from the district. So everything from my entire life, childhood, adulthood, is in this district. And we have this golden opportunity this year after redistricting that we have a district that emphasizes on our community. For years, we've been sliced and diced in about 7 different assembly districts and 3 different Senate districts. This is the best option and opportunity we have that puts all our communities together, whether it be Bengali community, the Sikh community, the Guyanese community. We're all in one district, which is District 15. And as someone that grew up in this district, I've seen the discrepancies of what we got, what our communities got, compared to other communities in Astoria or Long Island City or Williamsburg and Brooklyn or even Manhattan, right? If you look at what happened even during COVID, the COVID pandemic, our community was the most severely hit. We had the highest level of deaths, yet we got the least amount of funding. We got the least amount of resources. We had to kind of rely on community organizations coming together, like MEA, right, like BALO, like ICNA, like New York City Council. These were the pillars of our community during that time frame that helped us make sure we keep it together, And if you looked at other places, they got COVID vaccination sites first. They got testing sites first. They got so many resources that our communities have to rely on our not-for-profits for. So that kind of really motivated me to be like, I need to get involved. And being that I'm one of the youngest candidates running, I just turned 28. I had different options. I had my master's in accounting. I was working a corporate job, but I kind of felt purposeless. I felt like I'm not really giving back to my community, and that propelled me to come back into public service. In Queens College, I was a student body president, and that's where I kind of fell in love with public work and public service. And I'm grateful that God made me find my way back, and I'm hopeful that with the support of the people, we get a chance to represent this entire community, this diverse, beautiful community, come August 23rd.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for letting everybody know, who is Japneet as a candidate. Pivoting on that, I wanted to know, basically, if you're elected, what policies will you pass that would directly impact the community and better the community?
One of the biggest things right now I think our entire community is concerned about is public safety. If you look at the amount of hate crimes that's going on in the Islamic community, in the Sikh community, and just people of color, minority communities, it's insane. Statistics are as all-time high when it comes to hate crimes. My community in the last 2 or 3 months faced 5 different hate crimes at 5 different occasions, and the victims will their age ranged from 55 to 72. So these are people my parents' age, my grandparents' age. I found out so many Muslim sisters were targeted and attacked brutally in Hillside and other parts of the city. And at the end of the day, as children of this community, as the youth of the community, and I can speak for yourself too, because I know you're very active in when it comes to this stuff. It hurts our heart. We see our community deliberate attacks based on how we look. Um, just awful spreading of hate, and we need to take a stand, and no one's going to do that for us. And I think the biggest thing we want to focus on is making sure we fix this bail reform stuff going on in our state, where repeat offenders can literally attack you and then come back out like nothing happened 2 days later. I think that the legislature passed this law not keeping into mind the consequences of it and who these consequences are going to affect, which is people like you and I. Look at what's going on. The people that are being targeted by these perpetrators are people of color like us. So I think that when a law gets amended 3 times, that's what the legislature did. They amended this law 3 times, yet it's still causing problems. They literally prematurely passed this law. So we need to fix that. Public education. A lot of our communities focus and send, really send their kids and really trust the public school education system, yet it's failing our kids, whether it's elementary school, whether it's high school, whether it's CUNY or SUNY. It's not teaching our kids, and I can speak for that because I've been a public school baby my entire life, but it's not teaching our kids the valuable lessons and teachings we need to excel in life, which causes us not to get jobs, not to know things that even our parents know when it comes to doing taxes or investments or real estate. There's so many different things that we can learn inside school that they're not teaching us, and that's keeping us ignorant. And I think that we can use our schooling system to really educate our kids and let them learn about actual life and what we need to do in life. And lastly, government transparency. I think right now we have this, that we have so many different positions up for grabs, like the June primary that just passed. If you ask a general voter, do you know what a district leadership is? Do you know what a judicial delegate is? Do you know what a state committee is? They won't know. They may know about the mayor, they may know about the governor, they may know about the president, but these local positions actually have the most impact on your life. And it's not that hard to make a simple website that has all these positions there and just have a general definition for it. But in the last 30, 40, 50 years, since we've been keeping track of all these positions, they still haven't been able to do that. So I think those are little things that we can do to get more people like us involved in government. And as the next generation, we need those tools and resources so we can finally have a seat on the table.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think you hit on great points where we as a South Asian community collectively shy away from the voting process or getting involved within different levels of government.
Absolutely.
Just want to I guess pivot more on that point or talk more about it. How important is it for the South Asian community, one, to get involved in the voting process and levels of government, and two, historically, how's the numbers look?
Historically, what?
Historically, have we, as a South Asian community, come out and vote and represent different levels of government?
So one of the main problems, which is why elected officials take advantage of us, because they come to us for votes, they come to us for money, right? But when it's time that we need them, they're nowhere to be found. That's because our voting block is so small. We have the votes, we just don't vote. So I think that's what we're trying to push our community this year. Listen, it's an odd year. It's an odd month to have an election. August is a time when people are away and stuff like that. But we want to make sure our voting block is so strong that we show them, listen, if you don't give us our resources that we deserve because we're taxpayer citizens, then we're not going to vote for you. Simple as that. And I think that's one thing that this is one of the main reasons why our different houses get government funding. If you look at churches, if you look at synagogues, they all get massive amount of funding. That's because they are part of the electoral process. And if we're not part of that, we're not part of that part of government, they're not going to care for us. So I think now we're mobilizing such a different group of people, and they're scared. The establishment is scared because they never have to deal with this many South Asians in one district. So, my brothers in Ozone Park, my brothers and sisters in Ozone Park, Richmond Hill, Woodhaven, we have this beautiful opportunity. If straight up, if the Bengali community, the Punjabi community, and the West Indian community come out and vote, we win this election. That's how powerful our vote is in this election coming up in August 23rd.
Absolutely. So how can people get involved with this campaign? People that are watching, that are inspired by the movement, what can they do to support?
So we have a ton of different options. The main one is come out and vote. I think that's something that we definitely need to come out and support in that way. August 23rd, mark it in your calendars right now. polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. But if you want to get the vote out even earlier, August 12th to the 21st is early voting. And you can come out. We can definitely throw up the schedule, which you can find actually on singforsenate.com, or any of my social media handles at Japneet Singh for NY. There's a schedule of when early voting begins, the exact time frame. So I would encourage as many people to early vote, because sometimes the day of we may have different obligations, we may have family functions, whatever the case may be. So try to get your friends, yourself, your family members to vote as early as possible. Another thing that we're doing is, if you can't go out to vote or you're too busy, we're dropping off the mail-in ballot application straight to your house. So if you're interested in that, you can call us directly at 347-971-6809, and we will more than happily drop the application to your house. And that way, the ballot will come straight to your house in 2 days. And that's the easiest option, but we only have 2 more weeks to do that. And lastly, volunteer. Volunteer, or if you need a summer job, we're hiring as well. We need as much people on the ground as possible. We are a people-powered campaign. We don't have any big machine behind us. We don't have any big name behind us, but we have the people. We have the power of the people, and it's time we rise together.
Absolutely. And yes, everybody who's listening, August 23rd, mark it on your calendars. Early voting starts from August 12th to August 21st. And for the elderly in our community, or for those who might be going on vacation or may not be able to go to the polls, you can request an absentee ballot. Simply go to Senate.com, reach out to somebody on the campaign, or follow Japneet on his Instagram handle at, can you repeat the handle again?
Yeah, it's JAPNEET Singh SINGH 4FORNY. And that's across all different social media handles.
Perfect. So, Japneet, somebody who's listening to this, maybe a young individual who may be interested in getting into government and politics, what advice would you give to them?
I think just start. You're gonna have a lot of people that say you're too young, you're not ready, don't do it. It is a lot of selfless work. It's not a business you get into to get thank yous for sure. But it is, if you have a genuine love for public work and public service, and you really want to do better for your community, and you want your community to thrive, I would recommend it. We are, myself, Abdul, a bunch of us. We are a open source of communication. At any time you need any help, any guidance, we are there. It's not just about the Sikh community or the Bengali community. It's about all of us. I think for years, systematically, our communities have been kept separate, so we don't come together to launch what we're doing now. We have every community represented in our campaign: Bengali community, Guyanese community, the Sikh community, the Hispanic community, the Black community, the white community. We have every single person of every different walk of life represented. And when we come together and show this kind of power, the establishment is going to get scared. They're not going to want that to happen, because they've tried so hard for the last 40, 50, 60 years to keep us separate. So that's why I'm very proud of the movement we built. It's a young people-led movement. We know, like I said, we don't have big money behind us. We don't have any big names behind us. We don't have the party establishment behind us. But what we do have is the will. We have the people behind us, and I'm very grateful that we're coming together this way. And if you, as a young person watching this, want any kind of guidance, any kind of help, launching your career in public service, we are here. We'll be more than happy to help you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Japneet, for that. Do you have any closing remarks? And first, I want to thank Channel 786 for hosting this great event and opportunity. We need to get involved. We need to make your voice matter. So, Japneet, any closing remarks for everybody?
First, I want to thank Channel 786, brother, Shadillah, brother Abdul, for giving me this opportunity to talk to the people. And again, this is a big moment that we have. This is a once in a 10-year opportunity that we have in front of us. If we don't get it now, it's going to be very tough, because if you look at our districts, they're all very gerrymandered. We don't have any district that the South Asian community can call home when it comes to representative. So we need your help to do it. The only way we can do it is with you. And I would love for you to join this movement. Together we're stronger, and together we can win, and we will win. So please join our team, and let's make this happen. Let's make history come August 23rd.
Inshallah, we're behind you, Japneet. To the community listening, please tell your family members, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your cousins, tell everybody go out and vote August 23rd. This movement is our movement collectively. Japneet will make history and be able to bring more South Asian representation. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. And inshallah, come August 23rd, Japneet Singh will be your next state senator. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Uh,
Thank you.